It's your boy Indian Gooner in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, this video is really special because we are going to talk about Arsenal versus Aston Villa preview. Ladies and gentlemen, why I'm really high on it, because see, we won our game very convincingly, though the performance in the first half was not that as convincing. Not even in the second half, we had our moments where we could have not kept a clean sheet had not been for a good goalkeeping skills from Emiliano Martinez. But make no mistake, we are actually we should actually boast about how we won 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. But that was a Europa League competition. It was bread and butter kind of a job for Unai Emery. This is Premier League. This is what matters the most. This should be the reason why we should make Champions League next year. So let's focus back on it. But first, let me remind you, if you still haven't subscribed, go subscribe to this channel, hit that bell icon, and also make sure make sure that there are three options when you click the notification. Click to all of us, all of those notifications, so that you get all the notifications of what we post on YouTube. And also be a part of this community by commenting and letting me know what you guys feel about Arsenal versus Aston Villa and many other games that we are going to face. So without any further ado, let's move on with the preview, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal versus Aston Villa, always a cracking contest, but it's at the Emirates. It's a home game, ladies and gentlemen, and we want Arsenal to win it no matter what. Because right now, I've come to know that Tottenham have lost to Leicester City, so that makes us that is our best chance to get into that third spot, ladies and gentlemen. If we can keep a clean sheet and win with a goal difference of more than 3 goals, or at least 3 goals, we'll make it into the top four. And I'm pretty much sure that Leicester definitely are cruising this season. They definitely look like definitely getting a Europa League competition in next year. And most importantly, we need to make sure that we break into the top three. I think when Tottenham Hotspurs are dropping points and Chelsea face Liverpool, they will definitely drop some amount of points. I'm pretty much sure of that. If not, that could happen. I just don't want to say that Chelsea won't win, but there is a high percent chances that it could be a stalemate or it could be a Liverpool victory. That is more likely, according to me. So I believe that if Chelsea are dropping points, if Tottenham are dropping points, this is the best chance for Arsenal to get all the points that they can, so that, see, the only way to be like Manchester City and Liverpool is to take every game at a time and try to win that, try to get some points from it, depending upon the opponents. I think if the opponents are mid-table team or lower, I think you should definitely go press that acceleration button and try to be very much compact and composed when you play them, and definitely try to get those 3 points as much as possible. Because I think it's a straightforward ask from your fans and definitely from your manager as well. I'm talking about this to the players, that we need to make sure of those 3 points. The only reason why we need to do that is because these are points up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. These are points up for grabs, and if Tottenham are dropping points, if we can just stick into these early times where we get more points, try to get maximum amount of points before Christmas, I think definitely that would definitely have a different kind of an impression compared to last seasons. Well, moving on, let me tell you what exactly I feel about the lineup. Well, for Arsenal, I don't mind if Martinez starts. I really don't, because he is ready for Premier League. He's ready for every competition, ladies and gentlemen. But I believe Bad Leno will start because Leno has not done anything much wrong. He's a champ, isn't he? Well, moving on, I expect Arsenal to field a back four. Yeah, but this will be a back four which Arsenal fielded against Eintracht. We've got Syed, David Luiz. I'm doubtful. I think either Rob. I don't know. Unai Emery definitely knows that Rob Holding is ready for competition. So I want Rob Holding to play. If not, I would definitely want Squadron Mustafi. I think he kept a clean sheet. He was decent in that game, though we know that we have certain kind of problems with him giving away free kicks. But I think compared to Socrates' error, I think he deserves a chance. I never thought that I would have said this ever in my life, Moving on, the right side fullback, I would want Chambers to start. I really want Chambers to start because he is the man. Really, I just want him to start. Moving on, I would want two player midfield, and I would see compared to his game against Tottenham, I think Genduzi was really average in terms of how he played against Watford. So if the pressing game is the real problem, I would want Torreira and Shaka to start that midfield, that exact midfield, and I would want to Shaka to show the performance exactly how he played against Eintracht. I believe if he manages to stay on the place and not lose his calm, I think he does really good. Moving on, the front three. I think I want a lone striker right now. Aubameyang. The front three, the three attacking midfielders would be either Ozil or Willock, because I want Ozil because these are his kind of games. Mid-table and lower table teams, he performs well against them. One slick pass and he's just through it. Willock or Ozil, Ceballos in the middle, and Pepe on the right hand side. I want Pepe to come at the right hand side because I want him to gain confidence, and definitely on the counter. He could be. I don't want him to lose any confidence. He should get all the game time that he deserves. And I want Saka to be on the bench, ladies and gentlemen, and he needs to enter the pitch and show his magic at least after 70 minutes. I just want him. And I want Ceballos to play 90 minutes. If you are substituting Ozil, do not remove Ceballos no matter what. He needs to play those 90 minutes. Him and Pepe should definitely play 90 minutes. If you don't want Pepe, you can remove him and get in Saka. And I just want him to just, take all those bragging rights and take all the minutes that he deserves, and show us a worldly, definitely in a Premier League match. Well, this is the exact thing. I think the idea of putting two midfielders in that central defensive midfield is the best idea. That is working for Emery. If it's a 4-3-3, it's a fucked up situation. I'm totally thinking about that. So I think even if a midfield diamond is not working much, but let's see if that's going to happen or not. Moving on, let's move on to certain facts of Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Arsenal have won their last 6 competitive meetings with Aston Villa in all competitions, keeping a clean sheet in each of the last 5. Let's hope to keep that. Only Manchester United and Chelsea, that is 4 times, have won more Premier League games at the Emirates against Arsenal than Aston Villa, who have 3. They have won in 2008, 2011 and 2013. Aston Villa have a record of 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses from their opening 5 matches this Premier League season, which is exactly the same the season that they were relegated, that is 2015-2016 season, where they finished at the bottom of the table. So I think history is repeating itself. I don't know. And since Unai Emery took charge of his first game at the club in August 2018, Arsenal have conceded 47 high turnovers of possession that have ended in an opposition shot in the Premier League. This is 5 more than any other team in this period, which is also a shocking statistic. Let's just not go into it because we will definitely be sad after listening to that. Moving on, I think the biggest and most dangerous players definitely is Jack Grealish. This could be a Watford game or similar to that, because the pressing in the midfield could be high because everyone has watched that Watford game. Obviously, if Aston Villa lacks the creativity that they do, Arsenal defenders can give them the creative chances and the assists that they require. That has to stop. That really has to stop. I have to be serious about it. That has to stop. Not only that, most importantly, Jack Grealish, McGinn, ladies and gentlemen, these 2 guys are really persistent enough, and these guys need to be watched out for. So I think that midfield battle has to be won by Granit Xhaka. He has to perform solidly as he performed against Frankfurt, and Torreira has to start. And it's a tussle because Torreira, I think, has been given a license to move forward and try to be more into an offensive midfielding option for Arsenal, but that also need to be calmed down a little, because he needs a lot of cover, and then that exposes the Arsenal defense much. So this was my preview. I hope Arsenal will definitely go there and win 3-0. I don't know. I'm expecting a 3-0 and a goal from Dani Ceballos and Aubameyang definitely. So let's see if that's going to happen or not. I'll see you in my next video. And if you still did not subscribe to the channel, be a part of this community, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon and all the notifications to be posted. Go be a part of this community. And I will see you in my next video. Cheers.